Vaughan from the TC Alfred Swell Bender to the Pipeline Swell Bender to end all Swell Benders.
Back bender, arm bender, leg bender.
Oh, yeah, brain bender.
Broke a lot of people down this one.
It really did. It was relentless for far out. I don't even know how long, like a week, 2 weeks of just non-stop cones of mortal consequence in that 6 to 10 foot range, day after day after day. So firing, it even managed to lure Albie Lay to pipe for like the first time in a decade. And yeah, mate, like just as relentless as the waves is the crew that sacks up and just surfs it day in, day out. If pipe is pumping, they will surf it, the top dogs. And the only time they'll stop is if they're fucking mortally wounded, which is crazy. And I guess that is also, though, the thing about pipe, that you can do that. It's not a cyclone swell. You're not battling relentless sweep. Like you're sitting in a lineup, kind of there's lulls, you're waiting for sets to steam in, you're not constantly paddling to keep your position. So there is a bit more longevity in that caper. But yeah, I guess it depends. The issue, it's the violence of the wipeouts. It's not the gradual wear and tear on the body. It is just the fucking depth charge.
Pay to play, bruh.
Backslammed on the reef. And mate, there was some really bad injuries. But let's get into the waves first. Steve Roberson, his upside down knife under the biggest possible first reef TP. Like, they don't come any taller than that, and any later for that matter on the drop. I think that was like 12 to 15 foot easy on the drop, right on the back of the reef. Kind of a 1.5 reef one, I guess you might call it. It wasn't like a traditional first reef wave, that's for sure. Somehow got to the bottom of it and stayed inside the lip line. Like that high up surf line angle of it, it looks insane. It looks like he's for sure just going to go straight and get fucking the biggest chop in the back of the head ever. But manages to, gauge a rail and just stay inside the fucking guillotine and get the craziest chamber after that. Like it fully runs. It's such a psycho cone. We spent a bit of time with Steve at the Usher Cup. He's such a classic grom. He seems so young to be getting a wave like that. But this is a kid who's earned his stripes at Jaws and is a proper maniac on the come up, like Mark Healy 2.0 kind of spec. Fucking sick one.
Mental, yeah. I didn't catch a whole lot of it just because I did actually. I caught it just in that sort of like internet land and all that sort of thing. But what struck me, dude, was just the consistent, thick, angry power of it all, and just how often, like, it felt like day after day, crew were just getting flexed. Or on the flip side of that, the wave, like a wave like you've never seen before out there. And I guess that's the sorry, not the comeuppance, but the glory of just getting reps out there is you end up getting a wave like Sean Crawford's one. Like that was one of the most insane fucking reads I've ever seen on anything. Like he fully floats, like not even a shockwave. It's like he's floating on air inside that thing. Like he's in a full power vacuum where he's just hovering like a ping pong ball in a reverse what do they call, vacuum cleaner? You know, you do that, you reverse the air and it just hovers like that. He's like just vibrating like an atom inside that barrel, and just shocks everyone.
Yeah. It reminded me of HT's almost, the bit of a chip and a roll in, but the two pumps through the absolute maw of that thing were wild. Having the presence of mind to, just know that the job's not done here, and he just did everything right and got the make by a millimetre. He couldn't have been a millimetre deeper. That one was crazy. That was such a sick wave. Ned Hart as well got a crazy off-the-wall chamber. Psycho airdrop on a 6.8, then hooks it into the pit and steps on the gas for a mental make. He's from Oz, isn't he?
Yeah,
West Oz?
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I don't know. Actually, sorry, mate. I'll check that.
So sick, though. Just underground fucking kingpin on the come up. Like, even here in this country, he's not one of those, like, elite Challenger Series guys. He's just a fucking full-blown tube pig call lord, putting his time in over there on the North Shore. Hope he's got a team house to stay in. I don't know if he does, though. He's a very underground character.
He's been doing a bit of surfing with, like, the Florences and all that sort of.
Yeah, he's on Marine Florence, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he must be getting a little bit of a look
Florence
in from
Marine.
those.
What's it called? Yeah.
Well, I think it's just called Florence now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe drop the Marine.
Yeah. That's mental. That's so crazy to get cherry picked by, the fucking grand shaman of Cone's Immortal Conquest and just be like, yeah, you're on my team. Like, who else are their team riders?
And like
Nate, Ivan, and Ned.
Yeah.
Skits.
Yeah, well, he's the fourth Florence, mate. That's where he's going. And Christmas morning will be good. But no wonder he's sending it. Imagine the pressure of like having the Florence flag on your board and then paddling out on a big day at pipe. Not that he's not going to anyway, but that extra incentive, it's going to throw him into the fucking maw.
Fuck, he sent it, man. The airdrop on the 6.8, the way he just it steps out, he leaps off the fucking ledge and just slaps that thing on the base and manages to engage and get the bottom turn into the pit. Like, dreamy wave. Like, I mean, death wave, but dreamy execution. You can't do it better than that.
Well played, Ned.
And then, the wipeouts, man. Mackay McNamara nearly killed. Like, actually a miracle he didn't die. Went down on a fairly tame-looking pipe wave by the metrics he's used to and by what was kind of on offer out there. But that just goes to show how deadly and unpredictable the joint is, that like a wave like that can nearly take one of the best pipe surfers of his generation. Look, the irony that the son of a guy who almost single-handedly made surf helmets fashionable nearly died of a head injury at pipe not wearing a helmet is brutally ironic. I think saved by Eli Olsen and a couple others. But yeah, man.
And Landon's he's a gaff wearer too, right?
Landon's a gaff wearer. Landon was like, I think, second on the scene. Imagine how rattling that would have been, seeing your brother fucking
hectic, mate. What a wild winter for the McNamaras, man. You got Liam, like, doing the contest directing for the Eddie, his son winning it after, his sort of wild journey through life. You got Mackay out there just fucking always charging, coming within too close to, a fatal injury. Man, oh man, this off-season is going to be one of a really appreciated downtime, I think, for the McNamara family. That's been a tense winter, man.
Crazy that they can get to him so quickly in a lineup like that, to the point that, like they don't even end up with brain damage.
It's insane to me, like watching the footage of him, like the way that they can cradle the head, bring it in through the most vicious inside, floggings, because it lets you kind of near the beach, but then won't let you on the beach kind of thing. So you've got that radical period of deep water with 30 people all around, just in the most intense scenario, and they just get the job done, man. Like, and fuck, it's brutal watching people get, pumped back to life on the sand. But, I mean, it's also a miracle to me that that's how far we've come, where you can just revive someone. You can bring them back from death. Like, what happened before we had that technique and that sort of knowledge of reviving people?
It's so true, man. And it's a skill that most of us really should have in our back pocket. Like,
fully,
it can happen so easy, man. It doesn't have to be pipe. Like, Mick fucking wore a board in the face right next to his temple at Kiri the other day. A 3-time world champ could have easily been knocked out underwater.
I'm pretty sure Surf in New South Wales and Surf in Victoria have been leading the campaigns and the classes. There's actual classes you can check out through those organisations to get brushed up on your first aid, because surfers are almost always first responders in these scenarios, dude. Like the amount of lives surfers save, whether it's other surfers or just swimmers or people caught in rips. So having that knowledge is crucial, man. It can make such a big difference. You can literally save someone's life. It's got a name, that program.
Yeah, mate, I was just trying to Google it. I have a feeling some of those old Bondi Rescue lifeguards might be involved in that, like Azza Graham and that, old kind of QS surfers from the eastern suburbs running that program who are based up here now. What is that called?
I think it might be called
Bragg or something like that.
Surfers Rescue, maybe? Oh.
It's a sick program. A few of my mates have done it. And I think it is actually...
Courses to be offered. Yeah, maybe Surfers Rescue, but... We'll get that. You know what? We'll whack it in the show notes, man, and you can have a look, because well worth checking out. And I think anyone who's listening to this will definitely appreciate, it might not even be a stranger. It might be someone you know. That's when you'll be fucking going, yes, let's go.
Yep. And Emio Zermak broke his back.
Again.
Compression fracture of the T12 vertebrae for the second season running.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. It was more serious, the one he had in 2023 in December at the Vans Pipe comp. This one's probably not going to need surgery by the sounds of it, but yeah. Mate, he might have to reassess, like, what he's doing. In serious injuries are the universe telling you that you're doing something wrong, for sure.
Yeah.
I look at my own fucking trajectory through the late teens and 20s and the head injuries I was racking up. I wish at the time I had the fucking maturity or the mentors to kind of sit me down and go, mate, like, pull your head in. Like, there's something you're doing wrong, very wrong in life, and the universe is going to keep hurting you. I think Emio's in a similar place, like an incredible surfer. Looking back at that injury at the Vans Pipe comp in 2023, December, like, that was such a weird way to hurt himself. It was a fucked, like, onshore pipe heat. He went a terrible wave that had no scoring potential, like almost just a weird, glitchy, youthful moment of madness, and ended up actually damaging his spinal cord, couldn't move his legs for a week and a half after that incident. And ended up, I think, like, in some insurance hassle as well. Like, his medical costs weren't going to be covered. He was like...
Yeah, there was a GoFundMe to get all that covered, eh?
That was so gnarly.
Oh, bro. Well, pipeline, bro. It's been... What a winter. What a psycho winter, Smivvy. Like, think about all the shit we watched go down, man. Like,
fuck, crazy one.
From way back in early December, where the Vans pipe ran, the backdoor shootout, the Eddie, the fucking CT comp there was insane. And then just all the free surfing going on in between. A really classic year, really. I wonder if we miss not having... Like, it just doesn't seem to be captured in the same sort of time capsule that it used to be. Like, a Hawaiian winter was always locked in with surf films, magazine spreads, like all these things. And now it's like you get it in the moment and then it's gone. And I just don't know if it holds, like, does it hold its place as one of the great Hawaiian seasons with the way that we consume surfing now?
That's a good call, man. You really need print magazines to immortalise these winters,
weird,
so
like,
you can relive them. And
probably like 3 months of covers out of a season like that, and everyone knows it's a one for the ages. Like, for me, it's one for the ages, but I just wonder how it'll be looked at in history in this funny time where it's just you get your information and it's instantly forgotten. You move on to the next fucking Swell event.
And where do you see the photos anymore from these waves? Like, where's
other than like a postage stamp on your phone?
Yeah, like the actual full spread shot of like Steve Robeson's drop to fucking Cone. Like, that photo, like the photos of pipe, I think, it's the only way to truly do that wave justice. Like, as crazy as clips and footage is, like, I love that. When you freeze the moment in time and you can analyze the energy, the rotund nature of the orb, the consequence, the offshore, the positioning of the surfer, like, that's when you really get to grok it.
Yeah. Mate, I reckon, we've talked about this before, Smivvy, but I reckon it might be time for you and I to do a Swellian annual.
I would love to do
Let's
that.
fucking do it. Like, if we can get enough Swellians to just say to us on whatever social media, whatever, however you want to reach out, and just say, yeah, I'm in. If we can get like a couple of hundred, we'll do it, eh?
Yeah, so
let's do some, and it's going to be fucking massive so that you can fully absorb the size and the power of the fucking waves that we want to celebrate.
we'd need pre-orders, right? We'd need people
pre-orders
to like cough up it's probably going to be like $100 or $50 or something for a proper yearly Swellian annual.
I think we got to do it.
It's essential, yeah.
And we don't have to do it at the end of the year. We can fucking do it whenever we want, mate.
Yeah.
We could do a Swellian annual just purely on crowd shots from the Swell live shows. I came across one from Bondi the other day where your mate has his fucking grey undies on.
Yeah.
And he's got Pauline Mensah literally under him, and his balls are just flexed through the back of these dirty old grey Speedos, just like that far from her head. I was like, and that was the night fucking Box Kerr went fucking mad at us, and mate, fuck yeah. We could do a 30-page spread just on crowd shots.
That would be epic.
Oh, how sick. Yeah, let us know, Swellins. We'll whack it out there anyway and see if we can get a couple of pre-orders.